This is a case showing the same ridge taken with different sized trays. This tray was like this when it was empty, and with this we took the impression, and we can see that the tray here is hitting. I could see part of the metal showing through, and here part of the metal showing through. This tells me that these hit the ridge. Why? Because the size of the tray was just enough for the ridge. When the student seated this inside the patient's mouth, he said it was embedded. The ridge was embedded in, but there was no lateral space. So when he shifted by mistake to the one side, this was enough for the material, but now this side had no space for the impression material, so it hit and did not seat. Okay, the anterior area is good with this tray. This is the second tray. This is actually a different tray. This is a partially dentate tray, but when we entered this inside the patient's mouth, we found that the buccal region was a bit wider than this one. So we used it, and you could see that in dentate areas, it will take a lot of material. This is one of the problems with dentate trays with edentulous patients. They take a lot of impression material. The second thing is that he could take the sulcus here well. He could take some of the sulcus here well, but see how this sulcus is very thin, meaning that we did not have enough thickness of the material. So it recorded maybe part of the depth of the sulcus, but not the width. We shifted to the next sized tray. This is another tray. This is the large. This is one of the problems of stock trays. Sometimes you don't have a shift, a smooth shift between this size to this size. You can see this size, and suddenly this size is too large. This is a largely, very large tray. You can see that the impression material is very thick. It's beyond the 5 to 7 millimeters, which we recommend. And the sulcus depth is maybe correct or incorrect, but the width is very wide. This means the cheek was pushed outwards too much. So the sulcus could not be in the functional position. Okay, it's overstretched. The sulcus is overstretched with this impression material. But actually what we see here is the reason why we need a secondary impression, because no matter how good your stock trays are, you would not find the exact one to fit the patient, and this is why we need a secondary impression. Thank you.